Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Weekly Pick Your Crystal Tarot Card Reading. Thank you so much for being here. I very much do appreciate the support, the comments, the thumbs up. It's all wonderful, and I'm ever so grateful for all of it. So thank you very, very much. Let's get on, shall we? So today I've got, this is for February 19th through the 25th. Today I have this lovely, it's just a soft yellow, so I'm calling it yellow. Piece of amethyst, we're going to call this purple actually. Oops. And this multicolor blue. Okay, so take a moment. As you know, you can pick one, two, or all three piles. See which crystal is resonating to you, calling out your name. And let's see what the messages are. Here we go. All right, start with this creamy yellow. Okay, here we go. Starting off with the Seven of Cups, the Moon, Justice, and the Six of Wands. Wow. So this is sort of a little bit of an interesting story. It's interesting energy because you go from the Seven of Cups, which tends to be, too many choices or not seeing things clearly or can't visualize even the way ahead. It's a card of just too many choices and not being able to see clearly. And ending with Six of Wands, which is a victory card. And between the two, you have two high arcana cards. You have the Moon and Justice. In some ways, I want to say that you have a situation here that perhaps was complicated. Maybe it required a lot of work. Maybe you had to get, documentation in order. Maybe you were getting a passport. Maybe you were trying to settle a negotiation of some kind. But there's definitely an energy here of things going from where it was almost a little bit, overwhelming to a place where there's a sense of clarity or a sense of things coming along, moving forward in the direction that they need to move forward in order for resolution. And definitely you've got this Six of Wands here, kind of acknowledging that, yes, absolutely, there's going to be victory. There's going to be success. You will get the recognition or, whatever it is that you are looking for. Communications. People are going to be talking about you in very flattering ways. So whatever this is about, I'm kind of inclined to say however hard it was to get to where you are on the road right now is exactly where you need to be on the road right now. And because of the Moon and because of Justice, you know that things are going to ultimately turn out in your favor, even if right now things might look a little bit confused, or you may not have all of the information, but whatever the situation pertains to, you have a very nice flow of energy going from I'm confused to things are starting to become a little bit more clear, to look at it has achieved balance or justice, and look, there is a very positive, powerful sort of winning energy card. All right, so let's move on to purple. What do we have here? The Devil, Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Alrighty, here we go. So, the Devil, and I say this pretty much every time the card comes up, but if you take the word devil and you spell it backwards, you get the word lived. You take the word evil and you spell it backwards, you get the word live. Live, lived. Got it? This is the thing. Very often, I interpret the Devil as sort of just something that is backwards. It's not making sense. You're sort of almost functioning away outside of your own best interests. Um, and with the devil here, it's talking about, it's a funny thing. 'Cause sometimes, the devil's a devil, but this actually bizarrely feels a little bit more like a monkey on the back. It feels like something that you have been carrying, some responsibility you have, and you really are at a place of saying, let this get wrapped up. It's just messing with my life. It's taking too much time, too much energy. I can't find the right people, whatever it is, but there's definitely a sense of kind of that need to get things sort of moving almost in the right direction or finding the right direction for them to flow forward from. This is not a terrible, terrible card. It just means that there are some things that you have had to um, reevaluate or look at from a slightly different perspective. And the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, I really like when they show up together because both cards sort of represent that sense of community, that coming together. The Three of Pentacles is very often about masters or people with similar talents, etc., coming together in some sort of a group working harmoniously. And of course, the Four of Wands is always about that sort of celebrational feeling, celebrations within friends and families, etc. And finally, ending with the Ace of Swords. So, what this is basically telling me is that as you move forward, you're going to find clarity or assistance in terms of um, people or situations coming together in a way that helps you, that helps you find sort of a sense of clarity or the way forward. And ultimately, things you've got the Ace of Swords here, and I really like that because it's um, sorry, the Ace of Swords is bringing you sort of, that beginning and the new way of doing things, a new way of seeing things. Um, it's about triumphing after adversity, right? It is about balance and justice. So what you have here is whatever this sort of backwards representation is, okay? Um, and sometimes it has to do with addiction. Maybe there's somebody in your life that who is addicted and you're having a hard time figuring out exactly how to do what is best without becoming sort of um, you know getting in the way of the healing. So it could be something like that, right? And so you're going to reach out. You're going to reach out to experts. You're going to reach out with that sense of community, see who's around you for some support, because ultimately you're going to find that the Ace of Wands is going to prevail. Okay, so again, for this, it feels very, very much like it's sort of a forward movement, and things will, unfold as they need to get you where you need to go. And let's get started with the blue one, shall we? Starting with the Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, Lovers, and the Chariot. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, so let's start with the Knight of Swords. So what do you have here? You have sometimes this can be chaotic. This can be quick-minded. It's about movement, pushing forward. It's about in some case almost you know not slowing down quite enough and sort of charging where perhaps you would be better off to take a few deep breaths and step back. Because the Queen of Cups is following it, the Queen of Cups is the mom, right? It is the nurturer. It is that person who is sensitive, thoughtful, very often psychic or intuitive. And so I don't know whether the Queen of Cups represents you or it represents someone who is able to step in and help um, sort of heal so that there can be the right balance going forward, followed by the Lovers card. So again, the Lovers could be literally a relationship being repaired or coming back together, second try. It could also represent a partnership of some kind. So perhaps um, this forward movement, whatever this is that is requiring, kind of a beginning, and it's time to get moving and it's time to go forward, whatever this represents. There's definitely a feeling of support coming in. There's definitely a feeling of partnerships that is somehow connected to what you're doing here. Be warned, you've got the chariot following the lever. So, a couple of things. First of all, if this is actually in your situation representing sort of a beginning or a new beginning of a new relationship, be mindful of the fact that things that sort of burn really fast and hot and chaotic often burn themselves out. Okay. But you've got, like, the energy is so interesting because the Knight of Swords, it's almost as if somebody is like saying, all right, get going now, move, get started, get it done, finish it off, whatever it is. You've got definite support there. And it really does feel for some reason that the process of whatever this is could really help provide some emotional stability, some emotional healing, some recovery. So, I don't know. Spring is not that far away. I wonder if maybe we're not, cleaning out some closets or some cupboards and maybe going through some memories, um, because there's definitely a sense of healing as you move forward, an emotional healing. Again, you've got the partnership and you've got things moving forward. So even though it sort of feels like they kind of were hesitant to get moving, along the way, the support you need is absolutely there. And be warned, when things get moving, they're going to move really fast, but definitely moving in your favor. So, thank you very, very much for being here today. Very much appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I will see you next week. And between now and then, just take a moment to watch the stars.